Okay, so hello my fellow challengers. I just wanted to make this little before video because I thought there were so many things I wanted to say to all of you and I didn't know the best way to do it. I know if I get a massive email, I will not read it. My brain will just shut off. So I thought if I did a video, then hopefully you can just sit down, relax, and just listen to what I have to say before we get started. First of all, I just want to thank you very, very, very much for joining this challenge with me. I'm really excited, and I'm mostly excited for you. I want you to thank yourself for joining up for it. First off, I was actually thinking last night of possibly changing the name from a challenge group to possibly a success group. The reason being is I've had a few people comment after they bought their package and so forth on how nervous they are. Do they think they can do it, and so forth. And right off the bat, I want to say there is nothing to be nervous about. I'm not getting a whip out. This is about personal development. It's about becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. We're not going to be able to do that in 21 days or 30 days, depending on what program you picked. But we're going to get on that path. So I was thinking of maybe change it to success group, but anyway. So basically, in order for this, I think, to really work, I wanted to take down any barriers and any walls that we would have with each other, which I think starts with me telling you a little bit about my personal journey within fitness and trying to be the best version of somebody that I can be. So basically, I have taught fitness for about 10 years. So minus a couple years of just getting back into it. Look very fit, look very healthy, so forth. Through life, I was always active. Grade 8, I was athlete of the year. But then in grade 9, I kind of fell off that wagon big time. People can say boys, but it was myself. I chose to smoke at 14. And when I say smoke, when I took one cigarette, I smoked until 2 years ago, October 1st. Don't obviously tell many people that I moved to Collingwood. But yeah, I did. And I was a Jekyll and Hyde. There was half of me that was as fit, rah, rah, rah. And then literally the first thing I would do was, after I taught a class, was go have a glass of wine and a cigarette. So not proud of it. Long story short, I'm not going to bore you with that part. When I did quit, I did use, I read a book, Alan Carr, The Easiest Way to Quit Smoking. Again, I'm not going to bore you with all the details of what the book was about, but it was basically a banishing willpower and the way he kind of psychologically took out the brainwashing. So long story short, when I quit, I literally feel like a non-smoker. I feel like I've never smoked a cigarette in a day of my life. So basically, for majority of my block of me being an active person, I wasn't healthy because I smoked. So from the outside, I looked like this rah, 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 go, go, go girl, but I smoked. Then I moved to Collingwood, quit October 1st, 2 years ago, and went the total opposite way. I thought, oh, you know what, I've done so many classes, taken such a toll on my body, I'm going to take a year off, focus on the family, get us established here, blah, blah, blah. So graphic design is my background, so I started to feed my other passion, which is art. Started painting, fell in love with it. I say I'm that personality. I give everything 150 billion%. You can ask my husband, I drive him nuts because of it. So when I started painting, I actually got into a little art show. I was fortunate enough to have a piece in a store and blah, blah, blah. But again, because I go so hardcore in one way, which is a very positive thing for some things, but in other things it's not, because then I didn't want to exercise at all. I wanted to drink red wine, eat bread, basically move to Paris or an island and just paint and be a wacky artist. So even though I was doing, again, something that I loved, just like when I taught fitness before, it was something that I loved, but I was still unhappy because I smoked. This, I'm painting and I'm loving it, but I'm still not fulfilled and I'm not as happy because I'm not being healthy. So I say I'm this probably multiple personalities, but that's my two major ones, okay? So basically then said day one, you know, this is it. Woke up, and I know when I hit that threshold, I just get done, and I got to move on. I got to do something better. So I was an Insanity instructor, so I had the tape. So I thought, you know what, Insanity is the fastest way that I'm going to get myself back into shape before I could start teaching. So I started doing Insanity, and literally I could do like one tuck jump, and then I would do the modification, and then I would do another tuck jump, do the modification, and so forth. But I stuck to it, and then slowly then just said, you know what, I'm just starting to teach. Even if I'm not in as the best shape that I was, say, before, I don't care. People judge me that, you know, I'm an instructor that has a few extra pounds, blah, blah, blah. I put all that aside, had a piece of humble pie, and just started teaching. So started teaching my classes. Everything's all good, but there was still something inside that that still needed to be fed by me. So I have so much passion in fitness and making, but the reason is the advantage of teaching fitness. It's a lot of work for a 1 hour class. I don't get paid very much. I prepare almost every class differently. I buy the music. I go and teach it, so then that's like 15-20 minutes back and forth and the hour class. So in the end of it, it's really just doing it from my heart, because I'm making no money. I'm not buying groceries with it, so forth. So with having the platform Teaching Fitness, I felt like I had something in order to make people better. And I would see it's a bit harder in a gym because you don't have the accountability. So you don't have, you have a lot of people falling off the wagon, and you have no way, once they fall off, you have no way, unless they're a close friend or acquaintance, you have no way of getting them back on the wagon or trying to help them to get back on the wagon. So even though I was feeding this passion of mine, I felt like I could do it more so. So I had looked into Beachbody before because I have 3 other certifications. I can teach Insanity, PiYo, and I just did Size, which is so much fun. I only do their certifications now. I have been bit by, you should learn this and teach this, whatever. I believe in the programs. I actually want to start changing. I teach 7 classes a week. I still teach spin. I teach core classes, but my vision is I want to just teach Beachbody classes. That's how much I believe that they work. And they're made by the best in the business. They're made, so it's not me making these programs. I'm just taking what the best people in the business have done, and then they're giving it to you. So now with the accountability group. So anyway, so I joined up, and not to push the Shakeology thing, but I joined up basically to start coaching for the Shakeology, because I do teach 7 classes a week. I've got kids in hockey, blah, blah, blah. I need an insane amount of energy. So I started that. Then, because of that, then it started into this coaching thing. I instantly got bit. Like I said to Keith, and you can ask my husband, I was driving him nuts all summer long with Olivia, my youngest daughter, going to school, panicking. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, I instantly felt like, who am I? Having this total crisis, blah, blah. And he was like, just relax, like, take time off. I'm like, but that's not me. I'm like, there's something inside, and I don't know what it is, but I gotta figure it out. And I literally had no idea what it was. No idea. So soon as this fell in my lap, I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like a light bulb went off, blah, blah. So I thought, but first, I want to try out this accountability just to see, because if I do want to preach it and teach it and share it, I got to do it for myself. So anyways, I started these videos. And it was because my coach had said to me that day, the challenge was do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Well, mine is talking on camera. Funny enough, me doing this now. So I got, that day of the challenge, didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to actually get on Facebook and do a video about something totally different. Like something social happening with the world or something. Anyways. And happened, went to the mailbox, got my 21-day fix, and I was like, again, clarity. I'm like, this is going to be it. Put out my first video, told the world, I'm doing 21-day fix. And from that moment, I was like, holy shit, like, I have to do this now. Like, I have told everybody that I'm doing this. I have no choice. I've got to do this. So every day, I taught 7 classes a week, which is not the norm for people doing challenges, okay? Again, I signed up for the shake, but the majority of you guys are doing it for the exercising. So minus that I taught the 7 classes a week, I still made myself, now I took more days off, so I think my 21-day challenge ended up like 25 or 26 days because I did take days off because I didn't want to be ridiculous and just work out all day long. But what I wanted to, even though it was tough for me, sometimes I did work out 3 times a day. The reason I did it was because I wanted to show everybody that if you're accountable, it can make the biggest difference between you doing something and you not doing it. What I have now, I have a low battery, so I'm going to be quick. What this has now turned into me for, I've been doing it about a month now, is so much more. What I have learned in a month is unbelievable, which I want to bring to you. It is the focus of any coach that I have researched, listened to, so forth, is about personal development, okay? As all becoming the best versions of ourselves. There isn't an ending point. There is a starting point, and it can be right this second. It can involve personal development books. It can involve anything that makes you become the best person, because this is my journey. This is the part that I've discovered. Okay, I teach fitness, so I didn't need that part. The shake, I love it. It's my little plug. I love it. It's giving me energy, blah, blah, blah. But the personal development, that wasn't the part that I thought I had signed up for. So that's what I want to convey. This is what I want to convey to you guys, that honestly, it is really, really good. So yeah, don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. It's going to be fun. And yeah, we're going to do this. Okay, so as well as this video, I am going to also attach a link to a motivational video called Mindset, and it's a great emotion, or a great documentary. At any time, those are great tools at any time. If you're having a hard time or you really don't want to do that workout that day, you know what? Maybe don't work out that day and just sit down and put on a motivational video. I mean, just to give yourself a little kick in the pants and be like, no, you know what? I'm tougher than this. I'm better than this. I deserve more than this. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to whip you every day to make sure you're accountable. If you want to be accountable one time a week to me, by all means, if that's what works for you, because I know asking a lot is every day being a thumbs up, I did it, thumbs down, I didn't. If that's too much for you, it's too much for your schedule, once a week. And you know what? If you don't check in with me for that 1 week, I will probably check in with you. I know I will, actually. And yeah, so it's all about just becoming better people from the inside and the out, because the programs do work. And yeah, and I don't want you to have that half hour to it, or to maybe 40 minutes, depending on the program you got. I don't want it to hang over your head the entire day. I don't want you to think, oh my God, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta do it. That's willpower. We're gonna strip the willpower out of us. Okay? That's how I quit smoking. Strip it out of us, and we're gonna replace it with power and will. Once you do that, it's unbelievable the things you can do and how they feel different when you do them. If your video is asking you to do, or if your program is asking you for a half hour a day, you know what? Don't even think about it. You just, when the time's right, you go down, you do it, and you move on with your day. You don't even think about the workout for the rest of the day. Okay? I don't want it to hang over your head. I don't want it to stress you out. You do it, right? If there's a day you really can't do it, don't do it. And you know what? Don't be hard on yourself, because I fall off the wagon all the time. I like to have a good time. I like to have drinks. I've probably had a good time with the majority of you. So that's me. That's what I do. I will never be hardcore one way. I try to stay on the wagon as much as I can for those times that I do fall off. The important thing is you get back on. So I'm going to leave you, because that was way longer than I thought. And yeah, so I'm going to attach a video, and then there's going to be some more information I'm going to add into this challenge group, and more information. If you have any questions, then yeah, just let me know. Okay, thanks.